Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with you guys how to make a corset using a bra cup. If you are interested in learning how to make this, then please keep watching, and also please don't forget to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell to get notified each time I post a new video. And also please give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. So guys, let's get right into the tutorial. We will be starting with the front pattern. These are the cups I'll be using for this tutorial, and then of course our pattern paper. Firstly, I would rule a line on my pattern paper. This line is going to serve as our guideline, or let's say our shoulder line. After ruling the line, the next thing I'll do is to take the shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 14 divided by 2, which is 7. I'll place that down, and then I'll come down from the shoulder by 1 inch to create a shoulder slope. Then of course I'll take 3 inches for the neckline and then connect it down to the 1 inch we came down by from the shoulder. This is going to be our shoulder slope. Then the next thing I'll be doing is to take the vertical body measurement, starting from the bust point on the bust and then the waistline, or let's say our top length. So my bust point is 10 inches. I marked that down. Under bust is 13. I marked that down, and then I used 18 inches for my waistline, which is also going to serve as our top length. Then I also confirm the measurement on the other side of the pattern paper, because we are going to connect this with a straight line. The next thing to do is to use our ruler to connect the points, our bust point, on the bust point, and waistline. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. So after connecting the point, the next thing we'll be doing is to take our armhole measurement. My armhole is 7 inches. I will mark that down, 7 inches from the shoulder slope. After marking the armhole measurement, I'll confirm the shoulder measurement on that point, which is 7 inches, and then I will use my rule to connect like so. Then after that, I will use my rule to extend the line. This is going to be our chest line. The next line is our bust point, and the next line is our under bust, and the last line is our waist line. So guys, after doing this, I'm going to create the front armhole. So I'm going to divide 7 by 2, which is 3.5. We'll mark that down and then go in on that point by half an inch to create the front armhole. I will also take my bust measurement divided by 4 on the chest line, which is 8 inches. That is 32 divided by 4. I mark that down, and then I use my rule to connect it. You can also use your free hand for this if you don't have a curved ruler. So after that, I went ahead to mark my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5. I marked that on the waistline and also on the under bust. Then I would use my rule to connect the points. After connecting the points, the next thing I'll do is to go out from both sides of the dart legs by half an inch, and then I'll connect that to the underbust, as you can see me doing. Just watch carefully to understand. Then the next thing I'll do is to take my bust measurement. I'll place that down, divided by 4, and then I would also add my sewing allowance. I used 1.5 inch for my seam allowance. I also did that on the chest line, bust measurement plus 1.5 inch for seam allowance. Then on the underbust, I took my underbust measurement divided by 4, which is 28 divided by 4, which is 7. I marked that down, and then I added 1.5 inch also for seam allowance. Then after that, the next measurement will be taken is waist measurement. Mine is 26 divided by 4, which is 6.5. I marked that down, and then I replaced the dot we had, which is 1 inch, and then I added my 1.5 inch for seam allowance. The next thing to do is to connect our points. So just watch carefully to understand what I'm doing. Carefully connect the points. So the first point is the initial measurement, and then the second line I'm connecting is our allowance. So guys, the next thing I did was just to extend the point to the chest line. This is how yours should look. Then the next thing we are going to do is to take ½ inch on our bust point and also ½ inch on our under bust point, and then we'll connect with a straight line. The next step is to take our bra cup and then place it on the under bust line. That's the base of your cup should touch the under bust line, and then the side of the cup should be on the ½ inch that we came in by, on that line, as you can see in the video. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to trace out the cup. Carefully trace out the cup. The bra cup is bouncy, so you need to be careful with this step so it doesn't move from its initial position. You can see the way I'm carefully tracing out the cups. So after I was done, the next thing I did was to extend the line on the bra cup, as you can see me doing in the video, and then I would also extend the other part using my rule. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to cut this out. Please watch how I will cut this out carefully. So this is how I'm going to cut this out. Please take your time to do this. This part of the video is sped up. So after cutting it out, this is how yours should look. So the next thing we are going to do is to introduce another pattern paper to cut our back piece. So for the back piece, we are just going to trace out this front piece. So just watch carefully to see how I will trace this out. So I'll just mark that point, and then also mark the other point, and then trace out the sides and then the lower part. After that, I'll just take the front piece and put it aside. I also marked the dart point, that's where the dart would be. Then I took the front piece and then I put it aside, and then I connected my neckline. You can decide to make your neckline deeper if you want. For me, I just decided to maintain what I traced, but you can decide to make yours deeper. For this back piece, I won't be using a zipper. That is why there is no zipper allowance for this. I'll be using loops instead. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. So after the drawing out the neckline, the next thing I'll do is to take out 2 inches from the back pattern, and that is because we are using loops for this corset. So after taking out 2 inches, I'll just use my rule to connect the points like so, and then the next thing to do is to confirm my dart line. I used 3.5, that is my nipple to nipple measurement. I'll do that also on the upper part and then use my rule to connect it with a straight line. So after connecting this, the next thing I'll do is to take my tape and then measure 1/2 inch on both sides of the dart legs and then connect it upwards, as you can see in the video. After doing this, we are done with the back pattern. The next thing is to cut out. Carefully watch how I am cutting this out. This is how you should cut yours. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Also turn on your notification bell to get notified each time I post a new video, because I have a lot of videos coming up on this channel. So this is it. This is the back piece and then this is the front piece. That is all for the pattern drafting. You can see how easy this is. So guys, the next video is going to be the sewing video. See you in the next video. Bye.